channel. So I decided to take a rest since I was feeling a bit under the weather, and sometimes you have to listen to your body, you know, uh, and it is always telling us something. It's like your mind uh, or your brain, when you observe your thoughts, you or you focus on how you feel, you can tell that there is something not right, or you can feel that, oh yes, I'm feeling good, I'm having positive thoughts. So it's amazing how we can uh, like we can learn to trust our intuition, because uh, it takes a lot of work to you know return to that state where you are actually aligned with the source, and like following your instincts, listening to your gut. uh, for me, it has been quite a challenge lately, because I feel like um, when your body is changing, could be many things, because stress, long COVID, whatever, and what happens is that uh, you start feeling confused, especially if you have gone through uh, awakening, and you begin to feel like you're living in parallel realities. Sometimes you feel like you're stuck. It's like a feeling, when you're asleep and you're experiencing a nightmare, and you want to get up, but it's like a sleep paralysis. You cannot get out of it. And sometimes it's so beautiful that you realize, wow, it's such a beautiful dream. Sometimes it's just, there's this reality check that yes, uh, you know that you are there, but you have to live in a certain way, although it is an illusion, but you have to practice certain things which you cannot otherwise. There has to be some order, and for me, like, it has been like, it's like learning from scratch, and it can be uh, really confusing at times, because you know you have this whole matrix. There's so much going on in our world, right? But there's nothing outside, it's all happening within you. So the real challenge is to turn inward as much as possible, uh, because somewhere the ego wants its own identity, passion, all those things. And one has to be careful that, okay, we have to practice moderation, but we should not forget our true nature, the source, God, why we are actually here. Because if you're getting those signs that you are on the wrong track, you get a feedback. For example, your body tells you that this some disease. If you notice the symptoms of like pain, swelling, redness, just inflammation, right, or anything, uh, the doctor sees the signs, symptoms, and they can tell that there's something off, and they go and investigate. The same way you get this response that if I am behaving in a certain way, if things are also happening in my life, they are a sign that I am not moving in the right direction. And you don't have to see what others are experiencing. Maybe in their life nothing is bothering them, but it doesn't mean that you have to follow what they are doing. Because when we don't know anything about the other person, right? So hi Josefa, how are you? So we have to know that you are living in your specific reality, and your soul has been designed specifically for your purpose. Because when we are not fully conscious of our self, we we get really uh, we become trapped in this uh, in the ego and the lower self, which you know uh, which keeps us looking for things that are not real, and we easily try to, so we are grasping something which feels really uh, it's delicious for the ego. Like you envy somebody, you want that, but because it's not you, or it's not even the truth, it will hurt you. It causes anxiety and depression and all sorts of things. So we have these two parallels. There's one way where you are, if you are on this path as a seeker, you realize at some point that I have been running after things, and it has given me nothing but stress, depression, and you will be pushed by the universe to move where you're supposed to go, because you realize that you know it's like you might think that this is right for me, but what happens is that it's sort of like moving towards the ocean, and the waves are just pushing you back towards the shore, because you're not meant to go in that direction. And you realize that, okay, I have to fix myself, I'm not going in the right way, I have to turn inward. So inward means not like literally you vanish, but you are moving towards the truth. Everything that you are experiencing is happening internally, actually. So it's quite amazing when you think about it. uh, and So yeah, like when we see there's so much in this anxiety, depression, people want therapy, and they are like, there's this endless list that I want this, I want, and I'm still somewhere in that phase. I do get it. you know it's not easy when you are in that space. You absorb that kind of uh, you know frequency, that you take on those impressions, and that changes that the trajectory somewhere. So you have to this is where your teacher comes in and you work on yourself. Anyways, I hope this made sense. Thank you for joining in, and take care. Bye bye.